Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm just going to get this shared out to our tribe elsewhere. Just give me a second. Say hello in the comments below. Where are you tuning in from? Are you coming, going? Where's home? I want to know. So say hello in the chat below. I'm excited to be here again. It is what is it today? Thursday. So it's day 4. It's day 4 and it's Thrive and Drive Thursday. I want you thriving every single day of the week. I want you feeling motivated and ready for whatever comes your way. Let's see if we can get this shared. I don't know why sometimes computers just don't want to do what you want them to do, which is kind of like, oh, okay. But we're going to go with it. Hello. Say hello in the comments below. I am excited. This is our Drivers Daily Triple Play Challenge, or the Big 3, as we move through National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. I am excited to be here with you all. We've had a lot of things going on in the works here at Mother Trucker Yoga, but I'm excited to be on the front lines again, engaging with all of you in the live, which is exciting. Share out this video if you feel like your driver tribe is looking to improve their health, or maybe you want them to, and you know that small, simple changes are the way to go. That's the name of the game here at Mother Trucker Yoga. We believe in the small, simple changes, that those are going to be the things that are going to get you those awesome results. All right, so today is Thursday's Thrive and Drive. Remember what our big 3 is. Let's review. Drop your wins down in the comments below if you've been following along. If you've just been joining us, let me know what you're doing in any one of these categories. Maybe you do some of these things already every single day. And if that's the case, you are already on your way to a happier, healthier you. So we have 3 categories in our big 3 in our Drivers Daily Triple Play Challenge. The first one is physical. So that means you are doing something physical every single day. My goal for you is 15 minutes of on-purpose movement. This isn't like, well, I did this thing in my job, which that's awesome. Like anytime you can get physical activity in, that is already embedded into your day, which is great, but the majority of us aren't. And so 15 minutes, this is our 15-minute wellness method approach, 15 minutes of on-purpose movement. Just to give you an idea, about 1,000 steps is going to take you probably anywhere between 5 to 10, 12 minutes, depending on your pace. 2,000 steps is roughly a mile. So that for a lot of people will be at about 15-minute mark. So if you're going to add a mile of walking into your day, that's about 2,000 steps. And so on-purpose movement, and our big 3, that physical one, maybe it's stretching, maybe it's doing a little bit of weightlifting with some water bottles or whatever you have on the truck. Maybe that is doing a little Mother Trucker Yoga stretching or some core strengthening, whatever it is, 15 minutes on-purpose movement. Let us know what you're doing on purpose in the comments below. Second category is mental, which is what we're focusing on today. So how are you moving forward in your mental health? A couple of suggestions we've been making throughout the week is a gratitude journal is a great way to practice mental health. Avoiding gossip, so kind of like not doing something and being a little bit more proactive in your own life and in your own being. But today I'm going to talk about the importance of cognitive health and a few strategies that you might want to consider. And these are things you can actually just incorporate right into your day. And so stay tuned if you're worried about that whole aging thing. You have aging parents that are forgetful, that are a little clumsy, that you feel like, oh, I can see the decline as people get older. I don't want that to be me. Well, newsflash, you have to do something about it. Or it's going to be you. So we're going to talk about that today in a second. But that third category is the spiritual. The spiritual. This is not something people often talk about. They try to keep it separate from fitness and health. But here's the deal. You are 3-dimensional. You are not just 1D or even 2D. You are 3D. And so that spiritual category is listening to something uplifting, praying, meditating, maybe going to some type of a service, or I love Joyce Meyer. She's like so uplifting. So whatever it is to try to nourish your soul, speaking from experience, when we're not good on the outside, we often take it out on people on the outside. I'm going to say that again. When we're not good on the inside, we often lash out and take it out on people on the outside. And so nurturing here, getting healthy in here, is always going to show a trickle-down effect in our lives. Equally as much as somebody that is in recovery. I struggled with addiction for over a decade and nearly lost my life to it. And the internal health also often determines how you take care of your physical health, will often determine how you see the world. And so a little focus internally can go a long way. So that's the big play, that's the triple play that we are focusing on today. But I want to talk about cognitive health in our Thursday, Thrive and Drive Thursday. So what is the focus today? The focus is focusing on the mind, because as we age, it is a use it or lose it, just like our physical muscles, use them or lose them. But as we age, we start to struggle a little bit with our memory, maybe our focus and concentration. We start to notice our balance is off. And a part of that, yes, you need strong muscles, but is our cognitive abilities to stay strong and sharp. And so one thing I want you to pay attention to today is how often you cross the midline with your arms and legs. How often you rotate your trunk and extend to the opposite side. Why is this important? This might seem really silly and almost stupid to you, but that crossing the midline in any type of activity, even our eyes, so much of what we look at is forward, and then moving the eyes side to side versus just moving the whole torso is incredibly important for our cognitive abilities. Why is that? Because our right and left brain, okay, so think about like two big lobes up here, operate separately. Okay, that's why some people are more creative and some people are more analytical, why some people are really good at certain things and other people aren't. And so anytime we create activities that make us fire the brain simultaneously, that crossing the midline does that for us, we're going to improve cognitive function. And as we age, our cognitive function does start to decline. A lot of the time is because we stop doing activities that enhance that. So maybe you're somebody, this is not a cross the midline activity, but maybe you play Wordle on your phone, or you play Scrabble on your phone, or maybe you're doing crossword puzzles. Those are all great cognitive exercises, mental exercises, which could be a part of your big three, that are going to decrease that mental decline. Okay, we want to try to stop it, because once it's there, now you're trying to get it back, which is not nearly as easy as maintaining and turning the dial before all of a sudden we're down in the basement. And so if you're just tuning in, say hello. We're talking about our big three. We're talking about what it is that we can do on Turnaround Thursday. The focus is our mind, our cognitive abilities. So here's a couple mental strategies for you to think about incorporating into your day to improve mental function, improve cognitive health, okay? We all know somebody that we love in our life that is affected by this, and it is so difficult to watch. I suffered a severe concussion several years ago that took me about 3 years to recover from, and I still have some challenges. And a big part of my recovery was staying away from electronics, and I couldn't drive for 6 weeks. I couldn't drive at night for 6 months. Like, it was bad. But recognizing crossing the midline activities was actually helping accelerate that, because I was having double vision and some other vision issues. So here's a couple things for you to think about. So today, I want you to find a place that you can stand, okay? I'm gonna take off my shoes here. I want you to find a place where you can stand. Let's see if I can adjust this. This isn't on the fly here, guys. I'm gonna lower this down. Okay, so find a place to stand, and you're going to open yourself like an X, okay? Just kind of stand in a comfortable position. And I'm going to bring one leg up and one arm up, and then extend out again. I'm going to bring one leg up and one arm up. So this is a little bit of balance, but anytime we're crossing the midline, we're going to increase cognitive health, okay? We're getting both sides of our brain to fire, okay? So I'm crossing the midline. I could even go as far as, can I bring my foot up and touch and extend? Can I bring my foot up, touch, and extend. Now you might be looking at this exercise and thinking, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Well, that's because it's not necessarily building big biceps. It's not meant to be hard, okay? This is meant to help you fire this in here in ways that you're not. Other things to think about is you can do eye exercises. So think about a clock. I'm gonna look up at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna look down at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna look up at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna look down at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go around the clock clockwise, looking as far to the edges as I can, and then I'm gonna reverse it. Eye health, cognitive health, trying to continue to support our health in as many ways as possible. Remember, if you don't use it now, you can expect to lose it later. If you don't use it now, you can expect to lose it later. And I don't know about you, I've worked with people as old as 98 years old. The things that they crave the most. I used to work in a nursing home teaching chair yoga. The things that these men and women crave the most are the ability to have independence again. Get up out of the chair, put their shoes on, be able to lift up basic things like their fork or their plate or get their coat on. These are the things that these men and women are craving. Had they known to create some preventative actions in their health earlier on, which is just not something that was talked about, those things could have been delayed, maybe delayed indefinitely. Other things to improve your cognitive health. Remember, we're talking about right brain, left brain, getting both sides of the brain to fire at the same time. This is super, super important. If you brush your teeth with your right hand, try brushing your teeth with your left hand. And I'm crossing the midline with my arm. Simple, easy exercise, but it has a big effect on us. And so while you're driving today and you're putting your seatbelt on before you leave, I'm crossing the midline with one arm, and then I'm switching and crossing the midline with the other arm. Notice how you move during the day, and as many times as possible, on purpose, cross the midline. Cross the midline, cross the midline, cross the midline, so we can get both sides of the brain firing. Think about those wordles, those crossword puzzles. Think about the eye exercises. All of these things matter. They're not sexy, they're not fancy, they don't give you big biceps, but they are going to keep you aging healthy. They are going to delay what we see in so many of our elders around us. And it's that mental decline, because if we're declining here, we decline here. But if we're sharp here and we're centered here, this stays strong. And so today, I want you to move forward with priority and purpose. I want you to move forward like your health depends on it. I want you to move forward like you care about yourself from the inside out. These are the small, simple changes that are going to lead to the big results in your life. These are the small, simple changes that are going to make the difference in the long haul. And these are the small, simple changes that you can start with today. If you find that this video is helpful, share it out with your friends, share it out with your family. Let them know that there are things that they can do in their own health. Show us some love down there. Let the interweb know that there are people out there advocating for drivers just like you. Happy National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. Stay tuned for tomorrow for our last day in our Big 3 Challenge. And let me know down in the comments below what you are doing to further your health along with us this week. That was a tongue twister. Peace out.